The tearing of the veil, God's divine response. Have you ever noticed that when Jesus died on the cross, the veil of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom? This was no small detail. This was God's hand, tearing open what had long separated humanity from his holy presence. Earlier, during Jesus' trial, the high priest tore his garments in outrage, accusing Jesus of blasphemy. Yet according to Leviticus 21:10, the high priest was forbidden to tear his garments. In this act of unlawful judgment, the high priest unknowingly disqualified himself, breaking the very law he claimed to defend. Could it be that the tearing of the temple veil was God's divine mirror, a direct response to this unlawful act? A silent yet thunderous verdict? The temple veil separated the most holy place from the people. Only the high priest could enter once a year to offer blood for sins. It was a reminder of sin's weight and the holiness of God. But at the moment Jesus declared, "It is finished," and surrendered his spirit, the veil tore from top to bottom by God's hand. It was as if heaven declared, "No more separation, no more barriers. Come." The high priest tore his garments in false condemnation of Christ. God tore the veil in holy vindication of Christ. Man condemned the Word made flesh. God condemned the system that rejected him. The tearing of the veil was not only a sign of access, it was the declaration that the old priesthood was fulfilled and the sacrificial system completed in Jesus, the true high priest. Hebrews 4:14-16. God often mirrors human rebellion with righteous judgment. As with Haman's gallows and Pharaoh's hardened heart, God's justice reflects sin's consequences upon those who resist him. In the tearing of the veil, God declared the old covenant is fulfilled. The true sacrifice is made. Access to his presence is open through Jesus Christ alone. This was not just the removal of a curtain, but the end of one covenant and the birth of another. It was God's declaration that the way to him is now open, not through rituals or a corrupted priesthood, but through Jesus, who lives to intercede for us. The tearing of the veil is both an invitation and a judgment, an invitation to draw near to God without fear, a judgment against all barriers that try to separate us from the love of Christ. Now we can enter his presence, finding mercy and help in our time of need, living in the reality of this new and living way. The high priest tore his garments, but God tore the veil. Man rejected the Son, but God received him. Man lifted Jesus on the cross to die, but God lifted him from the grave to reign. The way is open. Come. Amen.